Hey guys. All right, so we talked about in our my first video on starting an extrication team. We talked about the keys to a successful program. The team needs to understand the goals, not just of the competition and challenge goals, but also for sharing knowledge and skills within their own department. Team needs to commit to 2 to 3 year commitment to start off with. Commit to the schedule and the process the team is going to put forward. Be willing to work hard and held accountable and put the team's interests first. These are qualities, guys, that you have to have, that it really helps to have for a successful extrication program, vehicle extrication competition program. And willing to work beyond training hours to improve the team. So even after you put in a full day at the yard, you still have to go home and think about how we're going to be better by next day. That being said, we've selected our team. We now are going to approach the administration for their support. Why do we need the administration support? Our fire chief and administration support. There's a bunch of reasons, guys. Number one, assistance with obtaining a cache of tools and equipment through their vendors and developing a cache of tools for the team to be able to use and not have to take from in-service vehicles. So tools and equipment. Another reason is logistics such as uniforms, personal equipment, tool pouches, boots, those kind of things that you guys are going to need to train and to compete in, helmets, uniforms to compete in. If practicing at a training site, we need a forklift, a lull, or a front end loader type thing to be able to put crush on the cars and set up the scenarios the way we need to set them. A forklift will move cars, but isn't a lot of help with setting up scenarios. So either a lull, a telehandler, or ideally a front end loader. Again, things that the department has access to, or if you train at a junkyard, they have those types of machinery there. Coverage for teams should someone get injured during training or at the actual event. It's important to us, guys, if we can somehow get coverage so our medical bills will be taken care of should someone get hurt. We also want to approach the administration about covering the cost for the team, 7 team members to do VMR ops, VMR tech, as well as competition registration fees, etc. How do we get the administration support? Guys, we can't just show up to administration. We've got 7 guys, send us around the world to compete. Doesn't work that way, guys. We got to give them, the administration, the fire chiefs are usually going to want us something back that's going to help their department if they're going to spend this kind of money and time on an extrication team, okay? So what can we provide the department? Here's some tips, guys, things that worked for me as a coordinator of the special response team at Coral Gables Fire Department from 1992 through 2016. We enjoyed the greatest support in the world from our administration. And I think that throughout the years, the 3 most important things that I could ever teach anybody to make a successful extrication team is, number 1, commitment by the team. We talked about that. Number 2, the support and the backing of your administration is huge. And lastly is the mentoring, which will develop the teams for the future as well. So how do we win this support? So how do we gain the support? This is some tips on what we can offer as a team to get the support of the administration. That the information learned at the VMR Ops or Tech class be presented to the battalion personnel through your training division with team members as the instructor. So what you learn at VMR Ops and Tech, you're bringing it back and teaching it through your training division to the battalion personnel so it goes to the street where we really need it, in the real world. I'll recruit extrication training to be presented through the training division with instructors from the extrication team. Again, we could do things like break it down to stabilization stations, hand tool stations, hydraulics, and eventually scenarios. Things that guys that are training for this, team members that are training for this, know how to break down and present it to the battalion personnel. All in-service extrication training to be presented through the training division with the 7 team members as instructors. So you're making yourself available, guys, to teach this. And I think from what I've seen in the past, most of us would jump at the opportunity to go share that with some young guys, some recruits or in-service guys. So these are things that we're making ourselves available for to continue getting the support of our administration. Evaluate extrication tools and equipment for the department, providing written feedback to your training division. So as tools come in, a new air chisel, a new type of hydraulic tool, a stabilization tool or strut, we go out to the junkyard, we play around with it, report back to our training division what we thought about it. Again, giving back to the department. And be involved in planning and performing vehicle extrication demonstrations within your city or county or your district. Again, we're the experts in it. We know what we're going to need to put on a good demonstration of a proper vehicle extrication. So we would take that lead for the department. If they ask us to do a demonstration, we make ourselves available to do the demonstration or to at least train those that are going to be doing the demonstration. Okay guys, the last tip I can give you, and it's probably the most important one or the most effective one that I know we were able to use in Coral Gables in the years I was there and that you've since, is the buy-in from the administration based on the fact that you're going to offer to change team members after your initial 2 to 3 years forming the team. You'll start rotating new team members from the department onto the team to get new blood on there, and that way that type of training, that type of specialized knowledge and skills gets passed on through the department, a little disseminated through the department a little bit more if we rotate team members in. And I think once you commit to that, you'll get a greater buy-in from your administration. At least I know that that's worked for our department, the department I used to work for, Coral Gables, and other departments that I've talked to that have also offered that as part of the agreement to forming a team. So thank you, Chief Teams. Thank you, Chief Cook. Thank you, Chief Reed. Thank you, Chief Stolzenberg. Thank you, Chief Daniels. And thank you, Chief De La Rosa. And above them all, thank you, Neil DeJesus, for starting our program and later on as a chief, supporting our teams and supporting other departments that we've helped over the years that we've had a chance to work with. So thank you guys. That support is everything in the world, and I hope you guys had some good tips you picked up here. All right, leave some comments. Don't forget to go to my YouTube link. I'll post it on here and on my Instagram account.